A Waikiki incident that led to a physical altercation in a hotel lobby will not be prosecuted, leaving an elderly victim seeking justice. Gina Mangieri is always investigating.
What began as a spat between a driver and a pedestrian escalated into a dispute with a bystander who was assaulted. But prosecutors are declining charges. It was all caught on video and sheds light on the nuances involved in what gets taken to court and what gets dropped. This crosswalk on Kapahulu near the zoo is a zoo, including one day earlier this month when Waikiki resident Joel Bean was trying to cross with his grandkids in tow in the wagon he was pulling.
He completely stopped in the crosswalk. Stopped in the crosswalk.
And what did you do to his car?
I double tapped it with the back of my palm.
Which part of your hand?
Right here. Just tap, tap.
Was there any damage to the car?
Absolutely not. Of course not.
But it did not sit well with the driver, who had his wife and kids in the car, and the pair exchanged words before Bean walked off.
And when I got on the elevator, that's when I became aware that he had actually got out of his vehicle, chased up the stairs, and trapped me and my grandson and my two grandkids and my granddaughter, 3 of them, in the elevator. And he's yelling like a madman. He's standing in front of the elevator telling the front desk clerk to call the police.
76-year-old Rolf Nordahl, a business tenant in the building, had seen the dispute start outside as he was coming back from a walk with his dog.
He pointed to Joel and said, "Joel damaged my car." And I saw that the front desk clerk was calling police when I walked by. And I said, "Well, they're calling the police. Why don't you go out to your car and meet the police?" And no, he wanted to stay there.
The dispute soon adds a 4th player. The driver's wife now enters the lobby.
I heard someone shouting in my ear, and I turned and asked her to calm down. And then, as that didn't help, so I very loudly said, "Shut up," at which point he pushed me into the counter over there, and as I crumpled to the floor, I heard him shout. He yelled at my wife.
Mr. Nordahl was taken away in an ambulance. The man who pushed him arrested for 2nd-degree assault. But the prosecutor's office tells me they're declining prosecution, saying assault can't be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, in part because of an independent witness who stated that the man who pushed Nordahl was defending his wife. Nordahl says his intention was to defuse, not escalate the problem.
I was concerned for him and the little kids.
Nordahl says he never heard from the prosecutor's office prior to charges being declined. Prosecutors told me Mr. Nordahl refused to give a statement to police at the time of the incident. But Nordahl, who needed hospital care immediately following the assault, said he had multiple discussions with police in the days after.
He did suggest that, should I not want to drop the charges, that the wife might press a harassment charge, and he would have to, as he said, I would have to read you your rights.
Nordahl is still recovering from injuries 10 days later.
My major pains right now are in my ribs. I have some anxiety.
He's hoping authorities will take another look at the totality of circumstances in the case.
I don't make laws. I don't enforce laws. All I can do is trust.
Always Investigating reached out to the others involved in the dispute. The wife declined comment on their behalf. The wife is a former deputy prosecuting attorney who left that office in 2011, a fact that the prosecutor's office tells me was not known to the deputy and was not a factor in the decision not to prosecute. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, Always Investigating.